getting caught up with all the stuff that's been going on here since I've been out has really been kind of incredible. I'm not sure I'm doing it accurately or whatever. It's kind of like, you know, dropping down into the middle of a Netflix documentary. And you know, it's very possible that there will be such a thing, because the inner workings of our government and the behind-the-scenes billionaires in the county are pretty incredible. It's a windy, but pretty much nice-looking fall day. I'm down here in Reader's Branch, the townhome section, and I've been out for a while. I'll talk about that, but been out for a while, so I haven't been down here. Most of these houses, I think, are still for sale. The townhouses, that is, not sure. It says quick move-in available. I'm standing sort of a couple hundred feet away from the houses that are on the cul-de-sac. They're for sale. They all say, not all of them, but many of them say quick move-in. And I can see over what is Reader's Branch. I'll turn the camera around. Okay, they're straight ahead of me where there's a new house that says it's sold. You can see the tree strips, and that's about where Reader's Branch is, where the body of water that goes down a few hundred more yards to join up with Tuckahoe Creek. And the people who live here will have the advantage of where those trees are, there'll be data centers. And the data centers will be taller than those trees, so everybody here will have a good view. And depending on the noise and where they put in the electrical station, they'll have a good view of the power station too. So again, this is at the end of Reader's Branch, the new townhome section. And all along this road here is the back of West Creek. So although they may not build right up to it, they probably will. They probably will, because every square foot is a little bit of money in their pockets. So the people that live here on the corner will have a really great view of the data centers and perhaps the electrical station and even the small nuclear reactors if they put those in. Just on the other side, about, I don't know, 100 yards, 150 yards away is where the head of Eagle used to live, Josh Goldschmidt. And I don't know, about a year and a half, he abruptly moved out. Didn't say a word, just left. And I'm wondering if he knew what was coming. The Board of Supervisors on November 6th at 1 o'clock in the morning or thereabouts voted to approve data centers to coming in. They did it over the objections of 100% of the citizens that talked. That talked for meeting after meeting after meeting, comment after comment after comment. Citizens from the county, citizens from neighboring counties, citizens from the state representatives who live here all talked against it, all talked against the haste and the waste of such a thing. So you have to wonder, you know, why were they in such a hurry? Well, I've got some suspicions about that. I'll talk a little bit later. But the bottom line is, Jonathan Lyle, he stood up for integrity. He said, I'm not sure we have enough information. I'm not sure we have the right quality of information. So I would just need to defer a little bit. He was treated rudely by the chairman, Tom Winfrey. And so he politely waited to make his comments. Charlie Waters, although he voted against the citizens, he tried to make some good points. I think he recognized that it was going to be almost impossible to overcome Tom Winfrey's influence, as well as the influence of the big money that he might appreciate. So there we were, four supervisors voting against the citizens, and one voting to get more information. Tom Winfrey said he was greatly inconvenienced by having to spend his personal time, and it seemed to me that he resented it. The supervisor from District 2, he just said, again, I'm not going to talk because you guys don't like what I say. Well, that's very true, and obviously he's got the vote. District 1, I don't remember that he said anything. It was late. He normally only does what District 3 supervisor wants, what the chairman wants. So it'd be interesting to see if District 1, I have to go back and look, if District 1 and District 2 ever voted opposite Tom Winfrey. I don't know. It'll be interesting to find that out. So as soon as the Board of Supervisors voted to approve the data centers coming in, and they also approved citizens of Goochland to pay for things like connectivity, fees. We Goochland citizens are going to give up millions so that the data centers can come in and help us lower taxes, which they won't. I'm almost guaranteed that they won't. But anyway, so within hours, Dominion Energy had sent out a letter with a map. And the map says, here are the areas that we're going to help you. We're going to take these areas and we're going to make them a great big huge electric field. We're going to put switching stations in there, substations, high power, the great big giant lines. We're going to do all that to help you. And we're going to have a hearing about it. We won't care what you say. We just, we're going to have a hearing. Here's the deal about Dominion Energy and paying for this stuff. Right now, if Dominion Energy builds something for a data center, guess who pays for it? The data center pays a teeny bit. We, the Dominion Energy customers, pay the rest. We pay it. I urge you to write your state representative and your state senator today and tell them to implement a special rate for data centers so that data centers pay all their infrastructure costs and we citizens do not. That is something that needs to be done. It was voted on last year. It was voted down by David Owen and the rest of the group. They do not want to take on Dominion Energy. But Dominion Energy, they don't really care. They're going to get the money. But the point is they need to charge the data centers separately, not us. The data centers are billion-dollar operations, and they can certainly afford it because they're going to charge. They're going to charge for it. The bottom line is they sent this thing out and they said, here we come, because you guys just approved this. Well, except they already had it printed, and if you read the small print down here, September 17th, 2025. So they already had stuff going in September, and I'm guessing if I go back and look at the records and other charts, that I'll find pieces dated August of 2025 when Dominion and the county administrators and probably the Board of Supervisors were all talking to the owners and perhaps even the data centers. So what's going to happen next? I don't know. I'm guessing that they're going to start building data centers. There's a variety of things that can slow down or or stop the process. But realistically, the power of the chairman of the Board of Supervisors in Goochland County is almost insurmountable. I'll give you an example, and I don't know what the current status of this is. There's supposed to be a hearing a week or two ago. This is about Tom Winfrey, who is the chairman of the Board of Supervisors, owns a company called Virginia Sports Park and Training Center, LLC. And he wants to build a sporting clay or shooting clay and archery range out in District 1. And he wants to build it right next to houses. Now, I was a member of a well-known, well-respected, well-run, large shooting club, and I know that they shoot from about 9 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock at night. So there's always shotgun. Once it gets popular, there'll be people out there shooting all the time, and there'll be bright lights because you can't shoot skeet or sporting clays in the dark, where you shouldn't. So it's going to be light. So rural Goochland out in that part of the world is going to be very bright. Well, the citizens around there are not very interested in having this particular thing. But you know what they're up against? They're up against Tom Winfrey, the chairman of the Board of Supervisors, owns the company, and whose colleagues include members of the Luckstone Corporation. And guess who owns the property that they want to put it on? Luckstone. So I'm guessing that the folks out there in District 1 don't have a prayer. Even though, you know, they're discussing some of the same things that we talked about here. Noise pollution, gunshots in a neighborhood is disconcerting, especially if somebody has health concerns. Environmental and health risks. You ever know what it takes to mitigate lead in the soil? Just think about all the groundwater that's around there from the James River. And you know, Powhatan and Hanover are putting data centers that are going to surround that part of Goochland County. So you get the leached in lead along with the descending water levels, the decreasing water levels. They're looking for big problems out there. And of course, property values are going to go down. That's just something that happens. The citizens are saying it's incompatible with the character of our neighborhoods. Oh, yeah, we understand that. You know, even in the zoning thing, it says that you can't. The M1 zoning has to be compatible with the next door residential neighborhoods. Well, the colonists that are coming in, Luck, Goodwin, Pruitt, et al., they don't, you know, their standards are different. They don't live here, so they don't care. So their standard of living is defined by what they think ours should be. And of course, there's a conflict of interest. And Mr. Winfrey will probably say, "Oh, I am not going to vote on this." Well, you know that he has a lot of influence. Retired banker, property all over, big influencer in local government. And so I wonder if even the District 1 supervisor will vote against him. I'm guessing not. Maybe the citizens of District 1 could write some of us over here in 4 and 5, and we'll give them advice that didn't work for us, but you know, who do you talk to? How do you talk to? I mean, all that kind of stuff. We're a single county. We're a single people. We shouldn't be divided like this. The people, the Board of Supervisors and the landowners have divided this county. They have divided it. They have made it a model of inefficient, unbelievable distaste for government. I mean, it's just so sad, so sad. So anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned.